Hi everybody, how y'all doing today? I'm doing great. It's Friday afternoon, about 2 o'clock, and all I've got left to do for the rest of the day is make this video and work out. And the workout's going to come late afternoon when this heat goes down a little bit. I came up with this title because I've been thinking lately, I think people just make this stuff too complicated. It's like everybody's looking for that the special secret, the special formula, the one video, the one blog post, this or that, that's gonna, boom, magically enlighten you how to do raw vegan, raw 4, or just live healthier. And it's really simple. I think it's just really overthought. So I thought about the title, and I thought about the title when I was over at work, and I got home. And I thought I'd jot down a few notes. Well, I sat down and I got writing, and I said, wow, this is really pretty good. Now, when I say really pretty good, I'm not tooting my own horn. This is just like what I consider the best of everything that's been I'm just regurgitating the best of and what I consider to be the best of everything I've heard along the way, on my journey. And I just wanted to share it with you. But once I started putting it together, and it got longer than I wrote. And I'm definitely going to put this on the blog because I think this is something that should be able to go back and be referenced, because it could be super easy for somebody that's just starting this lifestyle. It could cut out a lot of the steps. It could cut out a lot of the mistakes that people make, cut out a lot of the mistakes that I made. And some of these are based on me. Some of them I did come up with on my own because they're based on mistakes that I made. Don't be hard-headed sometimes. As humans, we can be hard-headed and just be like, this person over here has made the mistakes, they know, and they try to tell you something, but people just don't, it's almost like they've got to make their own mistakes. So let's get to it, because this could be a long one. I don't want to ramble about useless stuff. So here we go. Eat a lot of fruit, as much as you want until you're full. That's not complicated, is it? Eat as much fruit as you want, all you want, until you're full. Eat a lot of vegetables, especially green vegetable. Once again, eat as much as you want, no limit. Drink plenty of water. That should be, that doesn't really have that much to do with raw vegan, raw till 4, but you got to be hydrated. You've got to, well, it does have something to do with that, because it's going to help your digestion. If you can't be taking in all the, all this bulk, all this fruits and vegetables, all this fiber, and not have enough liquid in your body, or your colon's just not going to process all this stuff. Cravings. It's hard to crave anything when you're full. Remember that. It's hard to crave anything when you're full. If you can get through that craving and just be full, you're not going to crave it anymore. I don't crave it. Can't remember ever in my life having a craving when I'm full. You feel a craving? Eat bananas. As many as necessary until the craving goes away. It's really simple. Just do something else. It's I think that's even, I was going to say, well, it's like when somebody that's quitting smoking uses, has something that they put in their mouth. But this is even better, because you're just killing the hunger. You're killing the hunger, and when the hunger goes away, the cravings will go away. If you eat raw till 4, because this is both for raw vegan, raw till 4, if you eat raw till 4, eat clean. Steam your stuff whenever possible. But baking isn't bad. Try not to overdo on the fat. I'm not going to sit here, there's different thoughts on the fat, and we won't get into the fat on this, whether you stay at 10, whether you stay at this, but don't go high fat. Try to avoid getting into that trap from the very beginning of, like doing these really high fat, mostly, this isn't the raw to 4, mostly the raw vegan stuff, these raw vegan dishes that are just, they're marginally maybe one step better than eating processed food. So try not to overdo on the fat, and stay away from the oils. Yeah, even the healthy oils. And don't eat, well, if you're going to eat the oils, especially in the beginning, do it, but eat a healthy oil, and never heat your oils. But I don't really use the oils very much, except on some occasions. I believe in transition, and I believe the body detoxes. But I think a lot of the pain when we But I think a lot of this pain when adopting a new way of eating comes from not eating enough. People, you know, they get on this lifestyle, they don't feel good. It's all about, and you know, sometimes people go overboard on the detox. Every little thing that happens. Well, I woke up this morning, there was a little bit of twitch over my eye. Oh, you're detoxing. Well, I woke up this morning, my left toe was hurt a little bit. Oh, you're detoxing. Well, maybe I stubbed my toe. So don't calorie restrict. Never calorie restrict. Just don't do it. Don't get in that habit. From the beginning, I don't care what any of these people are telling you, don't calorie restrict. That's the quickest way to have problems. That's the quickest way for you to fall off this way of eating. All right. Now this I'm not sure of, and I'll have to do some more thinking on this statement before I say this with great authority, but I'm just leaning this way. But I believe that one quite possibly can go from sad to very clean, raw till 4, sad straight to raw till 4, with no transition and no pain, simply if they eat enough. Maybe even stuff themselves in the beginning. Now, I'm not one of the stuffers, you know, I'm not necessarily saying oh, you know, just cram it in. But in the beginning, I really believe that a lot of this stuff that people are thinking of as detox or like they have a problem is just not eating enough. You've got to eat enough food on this lifestyle, and you have to retrain yourself to know what enough food is, because you know, you can eat if you've been eating the standard American diet, a normal a portion of something, when you've got meat, when you've got processed foods, when you've got dairy, when you have all this stuff mixed in there, you don't have to eat super huge portions for those calories to add up very quickly. Fruits and vegetables, you got to eat a lot. I mean, fruits, bananas, you got to eat a lot, but for the vegetables, you know, you almost have to just eat the vegetables for the nutrients, the minerals, and what have you, and not even think too much about them as calories. I mean, because there's just not much there. And a lot of the fruit, you've got to always be eating. ABE, always be eating. And another one too, and this goes back to restricting the calories. So many people fail on these lifestyles, raw to 4, raw vegan, because they're worrying about weight and focusing on calories and not eating enough. Because like I've said before in these videos to people that are overweight, I can understand the mentality. I haven't been obese before, but I've been overweight. And when you're overweight, it's almost kind of like this panicky thing, like, okay, and you're probably even telling yourself, okay, well, I'll start doing this, I'll start eating enough, but I just want to drop a bunch of the weight quickly. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to hold out, and then you're going to go off the rails and you're going to eat just something that, and then the next day you're going to do the shame of, oh gosh, I ate this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that was it. So yeah, I mean, don't make anything in life. Most things in life aren't that complicated. We humans, we tend to overthink, and I'm very bad about that. I've been letting that go over recent years, but and we all know people like this. If you're not one of those people, that just every little thing they're just not satisfied with something that's simple. Or not that they're not satisfied, I think people just don't believe things in life can be that simple. This lifestyle can be that simple. It's basically eat fruits and vegetables. Eat fruits and vegetables. Get plenty in your body. You know, how complicated is that? Anyhow, I'm going to stop right there because that's all I had to say, and there's no need to ramble. I'll probably do a couple of videos over the weekend. I hope you guys have a really nice weekend. I hope it's starting to warm up a little bit. I saw, I put out the little video yesterday just on some sunshine from the beach, just, so some people would have just a little bit of something to look at, because, man, it's been cold in North America. So I hope it's warming up a little bit this weekend, but if you can't get outside, do something productive inside. Hang out with your family, love your kids, hug your kids, tell your loved ones you love them every day. I had some friends yesterday that there was a bad boat. There was a boat that sank here yesterday, and I was very worried about some friends, especially their two little girls. And thank God, you know, they were okay. But it just makes you realize, man, life's short. Life's short. You never know. Say everything you need to say right now. Anyhow, have a wonderful weekend. I love every one of you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and peace.